You got to sack this dumb cunt tonight. One of the worst teams in fucking human existence. And you give them a fucking point at home. In fact, they should have fucking won it. We finished that game, and the whole second half with 2 attacking players. And I don't mean position-wise. I mean the type of players that they are with Cunha and Sesko. Everyone else was defensive-minded. In some way or another. You started the game with 3. Oh my god. Here, I'll move the camera for a second. I sacked this cunt tonight. Well, I say loser in the thumbnail because I won't get very far by saying cunt, but that's what he is. He's a loser. He's a cunt. He's a prick. Amorim has to. I wouldn't have given him the job in the first place. But I'm actually annoyed. Well, look, who isn't after watching that? Well, there are some people that I see online defending them, but obviously they need to go. I can't say what I actually want to say because I will get banned. I will get banned, but I'm trying to hold back. Where do we begin? Okay, so he's played a 4-2-3-1. All right, fantastic, right? That's great. Well, at least on the lineup. Right, where Dorgo's put the right wing, apparently, from what I saw. Fun fact. It was not 4-2-3-1 that we were playing. It was, from what I saw, 5 at the back, maybe a 5-3-2, or at least a variation of that at times in the first half. Then it looked to me like it was a 6 at the back around the 20-minute mark. And from the half an hour mark onwards, when Wolves were attacking, it was 9 fucking players at the back. The midfield, right, so originally, right, when it was 6 at the back, you had your 6 players here. Here's your midfield, right, about fucking 5 meters between them, right? Pretty much on top. You want a bigger gap than that, but it was right there. And then over time, the defense just kept going. Well, the midfield kept pushing back into the defense until it became 9 at the back. You had Sesko here, massive gap, 9 at the back, and then Lamin's off screen. Oh my fucking god, this guy, he's so defensively minded. He's a coward, cunt, prick, loser. Pick a word and use it to make sure it's a fucking insult. I don't feel bad about asking for certain people to get sacked and lose their job when they get compensated so much money. If this cunt was a regular fucking office worker, right, where they get no fucking protection at all, I'd feel bad. I wouldn't be calling for him to get sacked. This cunt will get millions for being sacked. In fact, me actually asking this cunt to get sacked, it's actually beneficial to him. He won't have to work for a while. He can take a year off and he'll still be getting paid. Cunt. This guy's a selfish cunt. Needs to go. He really needs to go. The boos are full time. Fantastic to hear, but they're not loud enough. Although I'm not at the stadium, so it's unfair for me to look. As you can tell, I'm in my fucking Christmas blanket hoodie thing. It's like I'm at home. In fact, I don't even live in fucking England. I can only think of insults at the moment. Right, I'll try and go through the game. In fact, you know, we're gonna get an app up so I can have a look at the lineup. Well, I know the lineup, but anyway, we're 6th on 30 points. Arsenal beat Villa 4-1. I thought Villa would win 2-1. And that's at the top of the table. Xerxes, lucky with the goal. Very fucking lucky with the goal. It was good movement by him, but the deflection, the keeper had that covered until the deflection. Then their centre back, Krejci, I think this the lad's name is. Well, his first name's Ladislav. Okay, right, that's a coincidence. He scores, in which I said there was a goal coming. 5 minutes before that goal went, I was like, they're going to equalise before halftime. Same as the first the first leg where it was. I say the first leg, the game in Wolves where it was Wolves 1-0 and then United equalised just before halftime. So it was pretty much the exact same. I was correct with that. I did predict 3-1 win. Once I saw the 9 at the back in the first half, I actually thought Wolves would win. I thought they'd win 2-1. They nearly did. They should have. They really should have. I don't know how the fuck they missed it. Like, Lamin's done really well to avoid conceding a second. Well, I'm looking at the app. I'm using OneFootball. And that's saying that's a 4-2. Oh, fuck. It's not showing up, is it? No? Well, you kind of see it there. It's 4-2-3-1. It's not. That was not. That was, well, base 5 at the back with defensively 9 players. Well, the second half was a little bit better. But let's have a look at this motherfucker's subs. First sub at half time. Xerxes comes off, who was playing right wing. To put on Jack Fletcher, who's what I'd argue is a defensive midfielder. He's definitely not an attacking midfielder, is he? He's very defensive minded. You're trying to play him at the right. He's naturally dropping deep. He's not the right player to play there. You've got his classic fucking wankfest centre back sub where he puts on Euro and takes off Heaven. Heaven was doing really well. Should have kept him on. And then he put on Bendito Montado. I've never heard of this guy. But he's a midfielder, and from the way I saw him play, he might be a right mid, but he looks very fucking defensive to me. He didn't want to do too much attacking. He was absolutely woeful. Looking at the bench, who could have come on? Who could have come on? Euro, I thought he was fine when he came on, but you didn't need to come on. You don't need to make that sub. The Montado fella, after seeing him play, absolutely not. But at the time, I would have been open to it, to give him a shot. Jack Fletcher, I wouldn't have bothered putting on at all. I don't even think it's a game for him. Shea Lacey, absolutely, put him on. Cheeto Obi, yeah, you need a fucking goal. Put on another striker. Doesn't matter the fucking age. Stick him on. If you're playing Dorgu in an advanced position, see, because he kept the low on for the long throws, and I think that long throws are all of bollocks, but I can understand why he's doing it. Shea Lacey absolutely had to come on. Again, it's an offensive player, and one with a bit of promise, so this cunt doesn't like using them and just benches him constantly. Mainu, phantom fucking injury. It's not real. That injury is not real. You can't say that we didn't beat Wolves because Maguire was out, because Fernandes was out. You should be beating Wolves regardless. You don't need Fernandes, you don't need Nouns, you don't need Ligt, you don't need Mainu. Although Mainu should be playing this game. I hope this cunt gets sacked. But he won't, because Ineos are spineless. They need to fuck off as well. I said it I think it was 2 months ago now I've said it. Ineos need to fuck off. If they're not going to sack this cunt, they need to fuck off too. Because they're pricks. The Everton game, I think, was one of the worst matches of football I've ever seen. This one's close. Now, Everton were down to 10 men. And we were at home. And we lost that. This one's nearly as bad. Because we're playing the worst fucking team in human existence. And we made them look good. They were making constant fucking mistakes and you couldn't do anything. Cunha, they made this man... Right, now, Cunha was shit. And I think Cunha has been shit this season. He's been fucking woeful. I don't see what people see. I get it, right. He drives forward with the ball, but it always ends up doing fucking nothing. Every time. However, I don't blame him. I blame the way this useless cunt of a manager is using him. This guy is a Division 4 manager. He is not Premier League material, and he is not the correct one for Manchester United. You can say, okay, he was stubborn for a fucking year with his stupid 5 at the back formation. And then he changes to 4-2-3. Okay, fantastic, you changed. It shouldn't take a fucking year to change. In fact, it was actually 13 months, a little over a year for him to change that. And it coincides with the Bruno injury, so you can even argue that he changed because of the Bruno injury. I'm just going to keep complaining and saying this guy needs to be sacked and insulting them. And quite honest with you, I haven't eaten in fucking hours. I'm hungry. Last time I ate was 2:30. It's 10:25. I want some fucking food. You can see the bags under my eyes as well. I haven't been well. Actually, I woke up sick, and as the day's gone on, I've gotten better. No gym though either, which doesn't help. So I'm gonna have to do that tomorrow on fucking New Year's Eve, and then go out for New Year's fucking Eve. In fact, I'm just telling you about my life now. I'm not even talking about the game. That's what the game does. I don't even want to talk about the game. Look at that cunt behind me above my head. You're a wanker. Look at him. Like this, I was too early to get a picture of him from the actual match tonight. So this one is from the away game from 2 weeks ago. Where he's got that fucking smug look on his face. I won 4-1. No, you didn't win 4-1. You were lucky to fucking win 4-1. This guy needs to be sacked. He is clueless. The boos are fantastic to hear, but you need the boo constantly throughout the game. You can say, we've seen that the players can play better than what they are being allowed to play. We've seen that. But the sideways passing, the backwards passing, the crowd were brilliant when it came to calling it out. But it's coming from one person. In fact, where is he? That fucker there, my finger keeps going invisible. That fucker right there. It's coming from him. It's his tactics. The players, Cunha last season at Wolves, fantastic. He comes to United. Amorim, prick, ruins him. Cunha at the moment, but the way Amorim's used him has been ruined. Mbeumo's been alright. Although he's gotten worse the longer he's been under this prick's tenure. Sesko, you spend, 70 million on a striker who's not clinical? He's getting chances. He's just not scoring. And I think because of the lack of ability we've had with strikers recently, I am losing patience. But I think any player at this club deserves another chance away from this prick. Because the last manager was a bald fucking terrorist. Terrorist hag. Man, this channel's actually going to get fucking cancelled if I keep this up. I'm going to have to stop. Oh my god. I'm actually that frustrated. I might just cut this off. This might get worse. But just to quickly finish. This cunt needs to be sacked. And any player that's currently at the club should be given another chance under a different manager with different ideas, or at least more flexibility. He said, he needs millions to make the system work. You're not a coach then. You're not a coach. A coach would be able to coach his way out of it. You have no ability to coach your way out of this. You keep digging a hole just like Ten Hag, and United are just allowing him to fucking do it. Ineos are like, yeah, that's grand. You just keep digging that fucking hole. No problem. In fact, we'll actually help you. Clowns. Absolute clowns. Right, I'm going to stop there. I'm going to go get some food. While this is rendering. I don't know what I'm going to fucking have. I don't even know what we have. We might have pasta in the house. We might not. I think it's going to be beans and fucking toast tonight. We're not eating well. We're not feeling well. Amorim out.